Social media platforms are one of the best way to keep in touch with our family and friends and to do our official work too. We have in detail discussed about various other social media platforms like Facebook, blog, YouTube, and Twitter. And how can we forget about WhatsApp? Isn't it? We should not also. It is one of the free messaging application which is available for our smartphones, both Android phones and iOS phones, wherein we can send our messages in the form of documents, text, images, audio, and video as well. Whatever contacts are there in our smartphone gets automatically loaded in our WhatsApp contact, or if we can want a new one, we can do it by saving the contact and then sharing the information in the WhatsApp group. We can create groups of similar interest or maybe office work or family or friends group, and wherein we can send messages. Those messages which are sent in a group can be seen by all the members of the group. We have a concept of single tick, double tick, and blue double tick. I think all of you know about it. If you send a message, then it comes as a single tick. If the message reaches the person to whom it is supposed to reach, then we get double click. If the person has viewed the message that we have sent, we get blue double tick. That itself indicates that the person has viewed your message. And this is the one of the best and easy to use platform for social media application to be in touch with our family and friends and use it for business tool also. Now coming to the next concept is Digital India, which we are able to hear and see across all areas like newspapers and TV. So what is this Digital India? To ensure government services and government scheme information reach to millions and millions people across India, Government of India launched a Digital India mission in July 2015. So this was under the present government leadership that they wanted to have the mass advantage of getting the government services and the schemes to the people in remote areas. So what are the objectives of this plan? They wanted to connect rural areas over high speed internet. They wanted to improve digital literacy. Normally we say about literate person who can read and write, but people who should know to use the digital devices are known to be having digital literacy. So the Digital India mission was to achieve digital literacy also. They wanted to bring remote areas to mainstream. Remote areas means villages also. National e-government plan wanted to bring digitized service to the public like DigiLocker, e-education, e-health, and e-shopping. So basically, Digital India platform enhances or empowers the common man to get access to government services and scheme and to give them the proper education to use these digital tools, and basically making available and aware about all the schemes that Government of India has launched, and maximum people should get benefited of that. So some of the other platforms which are part of this campaign are access to mygov.in. That is also a website created Government of India, wherein we can access all the information related to health, education, then government schemes, services, insurance plans, all those things under one platform only. Then we have the next one, access to Umang app. Umang stands for Unified Mobile Application for New Age Governance. Most of the features that are available under Umang app is related to bringing all people under one umbrella and giving them access to the government plans or schemes. Access to digital signature, e-sign through Aadhaar number. Then biometric attendance for government employees so that their attendance can be kept in one place and monitored also. Swachh Bharat Mission app to promote cleanliness and to know where which work is going on, and to find out how well a city is progressing towards this mission of Swachh Bharat. Technology initiative for black money eradication. Then e-Sampark application to promote communication in regional language. So India is a country where so many local languages are there. So if only 1 or 2 languages are made part of this digital India, then it does not serve the purpose of a diverse country like us. So we have the concept of e-Sampark, where people living in different states can communicate to the government in their own local language or regional language. Then job growth through BPOs, that is, many people can get job through this Digital India mission. Then to make rural household digital literate, that is Pradhan Mantri Digital Saksharata Abhiyan. Many people now also do not know how to use internet and smartphones. So Digital India has taken up this mission so that every person, whether they are young or old, living in rural or urban areas, everybody should know how to use a digital tools available to us, that is using internet, using the government services, using the schemes. First of all, being aware of what is going on everywhere and how they can access these particular sites and get their work done. So that's it about the basic ICT skills. I hope all of you have enjoyed this session, knowing that ICT is a very, very integral part of employability skills. If you want to get good employment, children, students, you should know these ICT skills, because information communication technology has become a very, very integral part of our lives. So learn all these things, be aware of what is happening, and then let's meet again in the next session. Till then, bye-bye.